Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and this is a video that I've been putting off for a little bit just because I wanted to go ahead and gather my thoughts and present them to you in a more concise form. This is going to be a little bit of an update on the Roughman knife that I previously reviewed. If you guys didn't catch my first video, this is actually the not the prototype like the one I had on there, and this is actually one of more of the production ones. Now these knives are custom made. The particular knife is classified as a tactical survival knife, and you know, it's got a lot of really cool characteristics to the knife itself that set it aside from other types of knives and maybe it's in its same tactical survival knife category. Now this particular knife is one full slab of 1095 high carbon heat treated steel. As you guys can see, it runs all the way through, so it's one piece. It's also clay tempered and with a parkerized black coated finish, as you guys can see there. And right off the bat, you see the blade shape is, like I said, completely different from anything you've probably seen before. Now, what the blade designer did is he chose to incorporate a couple different blade styles into one knife. First one being the tanto, the Japanese tanto, right there in the front, as you guys can see. This second one being the Roman gladius, as you guys can see up there, and the third one being the kukri blade shape in the bottom with that really awesome recurve. Now this is it's a heavy knife. It's definitely not a lightweight knife. As you guys can see, it's pretty thick stock on there. What's really nice is it's got a little bit of a jimping down here, and from what the designer tells me, that's actually designed to catch blades and kind of flick them away in combat. So, you know, obviously I'd have to take his word on that. But the design of up here, the gladius and the katana right in the front, you know, with that tanto shape, it actually comes to a very, very wicked point. So it's definitely an awesome stabber. But right out of the sheath, you know, depending on how you pull it, if it's regular grip or reverse grip, you're definitely always going to have a blade, you know, in whatever angle you pull the knife on. Now this has linen micarta handles, so they actually grip really, really nice in your hand. And this is also a chisel ground blade, so this side right here is completely smooth, and then you have all the grinding on the other side of the blade there. Now this the roughneck is about 11 inches overall, so it's a pretty nice sized knife, and you have about a 7-inch cutting blade. So the blade itself, you know, from tip to where the handle starts is 7 inches, and then you got about a 5.5-inch actual in the cutting surface of the blade. So this is the Roughman. Let me move the sheet to the side. And then recently the designer actually came up with this version, which is called the Roughneck. This is in essence the same blade, just in a smaller form factor. As you guys can see, I'll go ahead and pull it out. So as you see there, it's got the same blade shape. You know, you got the gladius on the top, the katana tanto in the front, and then the kukri recurve. It's still one piece of 1095 carbon steel. So you got that that awesome you know, stability of having just you know, the follow through all the way through the handle. You got your micarta linen handles as well, and then you have these holes drilled through the handle and through the blade itself. To, you know, kind of minimize weight but give you a little bit better grip. Now this one actually has a little bit of jimping right on top there and on the bottom as well, so it gives you great block up in your hand. Now I threw this little paracord lanyard in the back to kind of help me give a little bit more of a grip to it, but you know, it definitely feels really nice. I've actually been carrying this off and on as part of my EDC for a couple weeks now, and I love it. Wickedly sharp. It sharpens up really nice, as you guys can see there. So I actually have all three sides sharpened, so like I said, any way that I pull the knife out, you know, whether it's in regular grip or if I reverse the grip and pull it out this way, you know, I'm gonna have a nice sharp edge on there. Now with the Roughneck is 6.5 inches overall, so it's a small little knife. It's about a 3.5-inch blade with a 3-inch cutting surface from, you know, starting right here on the bottom there. So great design on this. Fits really nice in the hands, really comfortable. It's a chunky little blade, but you know, it definitely gets the job done. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring in a couple of more known blades to kind of you know, show for comparison. So for the Roughman, I have my Rat RC4. So just for size comparison there. So if you guys know the RC4, you can definitely see the Roughman is going to be a little bit bigger, you know, a little longer in the blade there. Even though the handle on the RC4 is a little longer, but the majority of the blade is actually you know, bigger on the Roughman. So this is actually a great chopper because of the weight and just the thickness of the blade itself. Let me show you right here in comparison to the two. As you guys can see, the Roughman is it's quite a bit thicker than the RC4 there. And for the Roughneck, I have the ever popular Izula. You know, if you guys a lot of guys know about this knife. So let me put it there as far as size comparison. So you guys can see the Roughneck, it's a little bit bigger than the Izula, but you know, you get a bigger handle, so it gives you a lot more purchase, and you also, you know, obviously get a thicker blade this way. So you guys can see you got a lot more blade to play with there. But then, you know, where you see the big difference is in the thickness of the two. As you guys can see, very similar in size, but you know, the Roughneck is definitely a lot thicker. You got that jimping right on top like you do you have them on both, and then right down there you see the difference in the size of the blade. So definitely awesome little knife there. Both of these, like I said, are custom knives, and they're actually the grind and the finish of the knife is made by a bladesmith by the name of Mike Maynard. I'm not too familiar with his work, you know, besides obviously these, but I have seen a couple more of his knives, and he does some really awesome stuff. So you know, I wanted to give you this update so you guys can see what you know, what this new knife designer is working with. I'm gonna, you know, in the bottom there, I'm gonna go ahead and provide you all the information on where you can find out, you know, and you know, exactly everything about the knife, the designer, you know, the bladesmith, and then also how you can go about ordering these if you guys want to add one of these to this collection. Now, I'm really impressed with the Roughneck as a pretty much like an everyday knife, but you know, I haven't had too much use of the actual Roughman, just because this is definitely more of a, like I said, a tactical survival knife. But you know, just I can tell you just from holding it in my hand and from showing it to different people and things like that, you know, it would definitely perform very well, especially in an outdoor setting. So I'm gonna try and go ahead and get some you know, some usage of this, or I'm working on a project with these, and hopefully you know, in a little while you'll see some great usage of these knives. So guys, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope this sparked a little bit of interest in these awesome blades. Alright guys, thanks.